Boo. Hello everyone, how are we all doing? Welcome to... I've shaved, by the way. Beard is gone, I'm afraid everyone. How are we all doing? Welcome to... I'm just going to close some windows here so that my laptop doesn't drop an anchor. How are we all doing everyone? Welcome to the stream. Hello Jake, hello Tejas, hello Applecore, Jack, Agai, Sylvia, Jack, Marie, James, Andrea, Joe, Tia, Sam, good to see you, Alvi, welcome. How are you doing? On this fine, this has been like the only race of the year, hasn't it, that's been like this late? Because obviously on a typical calendar, we get really early starts, really late starts, because we're all over the place. But this one is a particularly late start by this year's standards, isn't it? So it's nice. It's nice mixing up a bit, isn't it? How are we all doing, everyone? How are we all doing? Good thing about that. Oh, no shave, Tommo. I know. I mean, to be fair, like, this isn't my favourite way of presenting myself. Like, a little bit more stubble. Like, give it a couple of days and then I'll be like prime how I like to present my face, because I've got a lot of acne scars, so it kind of it covers them, you know what I mean? Looks a bit better. How are we doing everyone? Welcome. I also got a new shirt. Look, it's quite Christmassy, green and red. Here you go. Bang. What do we think for today? Well, there's a lot to talk about, isn't there? There's a lot. I like to start these streams about half hour early. And sometimes there's not a lot to talk about and I'm kind of filling, which I'm good at doing because I love a waffle. But I would say today, of all days, there is a lot to discuss. A lot to discuss. Actually, no, let's start on the F2 race, actually. What's the most recent bit of drama? I don't know if you lot watched it earlier. Obviously, again, in the UK, it started at midday, which is great because usually I miss the F2 race because, I'll be honest, I'm usually in bed. The feature race, because it's a Saturday and getting up early on a Saturday morning, I'm all right. But, my. Pretty decent race, wasn't it? I like to think there was a lot of people watching it. And I really enjoyed it. The F2 race always delivers, doesn't it? It's a spec series, so it's bound to be tighter. Obviously, qualifying was a bit dramatic with Schumacher and Nissany coming together. I mean, look, for me, that qualifying incident was 60% Schumacher, because ultimately he's the one who initiated the contact in the first place. And then Nissany just like overcorrects. But obviously we don't know, did that cause damage to Nissany that then caused him to go back into Schumacher? It's hard to say for sure. Ultimately, they were both kind of at fault there. We're never going to know for sure. But yeah, obviously into the race, I mean, yeah, great drive from Mick, like a few of you have said in the comments, to recover and get to P8, which on paper you think, but obviously with F2, reverse grid, he's on pole for the sprint race. Got a nice little, I can't remember the gap off the top of my head from him to Ilott. It's about 15 points, something like that, isn't it? So it's Mick's to lose, tomorrow. I do think, to be honest, if I had to pick between the two drivers who to put in my team, I'd pick Ilott. Ilott's had very, very bad luck with reliability and just getting caught up in things this year. I do think he's the slightly more complete driver, in my opinion. But still, Schumacher has done a cracking job. He's been Mr. Consistent this year, to be fair. And yeah, very good race. Yuki Tsunoda, as many of you know, my favourite F2 driver, securing his third win of the year. Great little race from him. I'm going to talk about the elephant. I appreciate. We'll talk about the elephant in the room. Don't worry, we'll get there. Also, shout out Felipe Drugovich. Again, we'll talk about him in a bit. But he had a cracking race. I think Drugovich is different gravy. He's very, very, very good driver. Guan Yu Zhou as well. Like, he had a good start to the year, then kind of fell away, but had a really good race Really good race. 5-second penalty, still finishes P2 in F2. That's big. Who else? Who else had standout performance? Well, obviously, like, I think, to be fair, Schumacher recovering from where he started, P18 to recover to P8. That is a very, very good result. So he had a better race than Callum this race for sure. For him to get back to, because Callum finished, what was it, Schumacher was P7, wasn't he? Actually, in the end, because he overtook Deruvala, didn't he? And then he was right behind Callum. So, and he got fastest lap, I think, as well. But yeah, Mazepin. Oh dear. I saw it and I was like, that's got to be a penalty. But you look at first he pushes. Now obviously Drogovic isn't fully alongside Mazepin when he pushes him into the wall, but he is like, because Mazepin moves and then Drogovic moves further, and then Mazepin just keeps going and Drogovic is going for a gap that is there and is closing. Brazilian Senna mentality, fair play. And it was a gap he was entitled to push for, and Mazepin just closed that door very late. That one, for me, obviously, because it's the wall, it's that bit more like hair raising when you see that happen, because I was like, rah, I was cooking scrambled eggs for Hannah at the time. And I was like, geez. And then he did it again, but this time pushed him into a, polystyrene, what is it, like the distance thing? Pushed him. You can't, and F2 haven't given him a penalty. Not that I've seen anyway. I feel like for him to have done that twice, it has to, I think Drogovic was robbed of that P3, to be honest. I don't think Mazepin should deserve to be disqualified. I said a range of opinions from, there was no incident at all, just like always, Some people are like, oh, there's nothing, it's just hard racing. Not the majority, very much, I feel like the majority of discourse on Twitter was Mazepin was in the wrong. I don't think he should have been disqualified from the race, but I do think he should have got some kind of penalty, which would then elevate Drogovic up to P3, if you ask me, because I think he deserved it. Mazepin did drive a great race for most of it, and then his tyres just fell off towards the end. Which again, you've got to give props to the drivers who took advantage, Joe and Sonoda, in preserving their tyres and getting through. So, yeah, I think a 5-second penalty, that probably would have been fair. No beard, indeed. Sarah. Thank you, North, for the $1 dollar. I don't know what that currency is, but thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, a bit sketchy, wasn't it? Obviously, look, F2 haven't given him a penalty. They probably, towards the end of the season, I don't know. But there you go. That was how it finished. Great race, though. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And then obviously we had FP3 earlier. There was no real... Russell whitewashed the session, FP1 and FP2 yesterday. Obviously, it's practice. Like, I never usually watch FP1. And to be fair, I didn't watch it yesterday either, because you can't really read much from it. Obviously, it was interesting seeing Russell in the Mercedes, Aitken in the Williams, and Fittipaldi in the Haas. But, yeah, you can't read too much into FP1. A bit more into FP2. FP3, again, it's such a short lap and the margins are so fine. I said it on Twitter earlier, I think this is going to be the most interesting, the most dramatic, this most unpredictable qualifying session of the year so far. Because you've got such a short track, so everyone's going to be full send, gunning it for every single corner, because you can't afford to lose any time, because you haven't got a long lap to recover time later on, and be a bit braver down the line. But also, traffic. We saw it in F2. It's a madness. Also, thank you, Gabrielle, for the 10 Mexican dollars, I'm assuming that is, MX. Appreciate that, mate. Thank you very much. And I don't know, Mayor has become a friend of Tommo. Welcome. Thank you for joining the channel. So, well, how long we got? We've still got a good 20. I won't get on to my predictions just yet. I'll keep them to the side. But obviously, well, look, the last time I was live streaming was the race. And I've watched that back a few times, and geez, like, that was an intense experience, wasn't it? Any of you here who were there at the time watching along the race live as the Grosjean crash happened, I mean, I still it's mad. I saw that. I don't use TikTok. I hate TikTok. It's not for me at all. I saw someone clip my reaction to the Grosjean crash and put it on TikTok, and it's got like 200k views, which is mad. But I mean, obviously, look, Grosjean seems to be. I think it's very unlikely that he'll race in Abu Dhabi. He's talking about skin grafts potentially on his hands, and I don't think that's, yes, Haas don't really have, but Haas do have a bit to fight for as well. I don't know. I feel like Grosjean has said that even if he can't race at Abu Dhabi, he really hopes that a team can give him a chance to race in a seat in a kind of test, or just a random day out to drive a car, because you can understand he doesn't want to end his career in that way, does he? It makes sense. So hopefully, but yeah, that's just obviously it was global. That's the thing. This wasn't just a motorsport news incident. This was global news everywhere. Like, people I know, I'm sure people a lot of who not into motorsport at all were like, "Oh, I heard about the crash," because it was like everywhere. Mad, but obviously he's all right, which is the main thing. Scary times. But do I think he'll get back in the set? I don't think he'll. I'd say he's probably not going to be able to get back in the car for Abu Dhabi. I wouldn't want him to rush it, especially as it's not just driving on his own for a time trial. It is actually a race where he could be in wheel-to-wheel battle, and it's difficult to expect him to be able to bounce back that quickly. But yeah, but obviously, yeah. Fittipaldi's taken his place. Aitken's taken Russell's place. Again, I said this at the time, it made complete sense. As much as, yes, of course, Stoffel should have got that seat, you can understand why. Of course, Mercedes are going to push for George, because they're in a very unique scenario where they've already won the title, the World Drivers' title and the Constructors' title. They've won both of them. There's no pressure. There's no... Again, it's Lewis. Lewis is the one person who's got nothing to fight for now. Every other driver, even Verstappen and Bottas, it's who gets P2, for their own bragging rights. But so it gives Mercedes a complete clean slate to be like, right, we don't need the points. Let's actually put the driver in who has the potential to get into this car eventually. Because it's just, Stoffel's not going to be in that Mercedes seat, is he? Gutierrez is not going to be in that Mercedes seat. Hulkenberg's not going to be in that Mercedes seat. It's just not going to happen. But Russell is the one who's primed and ready. And I get that people are annoyed about it, but ultimately, it's the only decision that benefits Mercedes, and they're going to do what they can to. And again, I don't know Russell's contract. I don't know what's written out. I don't know how they played it. Whether they gave Williams a little backhander. Just to sweeten the deal, because Williams weren't obliged to allow George to go there. But ultimately, I think Williams aren't stupid. They know kind of where they stand. They know that George is their driver, but also kind of isn't. They're not going to retain him. It's just not going to happen. Hopefully, Williams can get to a position, in the near future where they can retain their talent. But yeah, it's. Obviously, I'm happy for Jack as well. Jack comes across as a really nice... And Jack's had a really tough year. It's mad how, Jack was fighting at the front most weekends last year in F2, yet just one season, it just drops off. And for me, that has to be... Obviously, it's a combination of... If you're then struggling, going to the next year, you're struggling in the car, then your confidence dips, and then you haven't got... And as well, to be fair, I think this F2 field has been... arguably better than the golden generation field of Russell, Norris, Albon, De Vries back in that year, in 2018. I think this F2 field is just so much talent, so difficult. And when you're in a team that, Campos doesn't appear to have delivered a car that can perform at the sharp end. It's not all the car, of course. Again, it is a spec series, but the best teams win because they're like Carlin always deliver at the top because they're Carlin. You know, they know what they're doing. And yes, other teams can pull results out every now and then, but I do have faith that Jack will do well. Again, like obviously he's already done a practice session in the Williams, so I don't think we can expect much from him or Pietro. To be fair, I think this is just good experience for the lads. But I wouldn't expect much from them in the race, to be honest. Obviously, they've got the practice sessions under their belt, etc., etc. But we'll see what the future holds for them too. Anyway, right. 15 minutes till qualifying, people. Should I get the little timer up, actually? Should I get the little timer? Should I? Oh, you not know how to count. It's fine. Come on. It's 1:45 now, and quali starts at the hour. Right. Come on, then. Predictions time. What do we think, people? What do we think? Actually, yeah. There we go, yeah. This is what I'm saying. Hey, listen. I think that anything can happen in this session. And I think, I'll be honest, like the chance of this happening is very unlikely. But the chance of any predicted lineup, I think, is the most unlikely of this session than any more. So I've just gone, sod it, George P1. Do I actually see that happening? Obviously, Winchy, no jinxing. Cheers, Winch, for the £2, mate. Appreciate it. Nah, sod it. George P1. God, why not? Why not? Why not? The thing is, like, I think people underestimate how he has raced in that car before, like the 2019 Abu Dhabi young driver test. He was in the Mercedes. That car hasn't fundamentally changed since then. Obviously, it's evolved a lot, but it hasn't fundamentally changed. George has got a lot of pace. He's got a point to prove. I think Valtteri, yes, looked a lot stronger today, but was also making a lot of mistakes. And I think it would be... Valtteri wouldn't be human if he wasn't slightly shook by what's going on at the minute. So I think he's got a chance. And do I think that a track limit excursion could result in Valtteri being a P3? Yes, I do. I do think that. And obviously Max, P2. Max has looked very strong. Again, Max could easily be pole this weekend. I've kind of... Again, if I just do the standard predictions, it's a bit boring, isn't it? You know? Albon P4. I think both the Red Bulls have looked solid. Their pace looks good. I've got faith, obviously, in my boy. Come on. I've got to keep the faith. And I've got Esteban Ocon P5 as W of the day as well. Because, what can I say? I think that Renault's got good pace. Looks good in the practice sessions, Ocon. Anything can happen, though. It's honestly anyone's guess. It really is. It is going to be pretty wild. It could, yeah. Perez could easily be right up there. Gasly could easily be right up there. It's just, it could go anywhere. Thank you, Arthur Lopez, as well, for the $2. I don't know what that is, but thank you. Thank you for that currency. Prediction, Monza 19 flashbacks. Cheers from Brazil. There we go. Thank you, Arthur. Yeah, it's going to be a mad session. It's going to be a mad session. I think we'll lose some big names in at least Q2, but I'm gassed for it, man. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be decent. And then Ella of the day, well, I put Vettel. To be fair, I made this graphic last night after FP2. If I had to, I'd probably now say Verstappen P1, to be fair, after FP3, but I don't want to be reactive. I'm sticking to my guns. We're going George P1. And I said Vettel Ella the day before he's now got an engine penalty, so he's going to have to start from the back, I believe. Or actually, have they said? Because I know he's got to have a new engine before qualifying, but I don't know. Is that going to affect his starting position? I'm not sure. But Vettel hasn't looked comfortable in that car at all. How much of that is the car? How much of that is him? We will never know ultimately, but you got to say that the fact Charles is spinning as well, that Ferrari is a bit of a dog. We know that. Used engine, no penalty. Yeah, I still think Vettel's going to struggle. Obviously, I guess he will benefit from the fact that No, but then I suppose like Latifi never gets through Q1 anyway, and then Grosjean rarely gets through Q1. So Fittipaldi and Aitken coming in again. I can't imagine either of them are going to get through Q1. So it's like I feel like we could be losing Seb in Q1 because I really don't think he's going to be confident in that car. But again, we could lose anyone. We could lose anyone. Fair enough. No penalty for Seb, but I still think it's going to be a day to forget for him. Also, donations galore. Thank you, people. I shouldn't call them donations. Just gifts. Thank you. Sawyer Kiran for the 20. Again, another currency. I should really educate myself on this, shouldn't I? But thank you, Sawyer. Appreciate that. Very kind of you. And thank you, Baxter. That's a great name. Isn't that the name of the dog from Anchorman? That's a great name. For joining friends of Tommo. £2 a month, gang. Appreciate it. So 10 minutes till quali starts, people. I want you all to get in the chat. Is it rupees? Oh, there you go. Thank you. In the chat with your top 5. Come on. Talk to me, people. Top 5. You can use the acronyms if you want. Oh, Bernardo, thank you for the 5 Brazilian currency. What is the currency in Brazil? Again, I don't know. I'm so uncultured, it's a joke. I'm good, thank you. And you know what? Talking to Brazilians, again, I said this, I think Felipe Drogovic is decent. Very, very decent. I think he'll be right up the sharp end in F2 next year, Felipe Drogovic. Very talented young man. I think he's a good prospect for Brazilian fans out there. I would be very happy if he was one of my own. What we saying? Most people are saying, okay, there's a mixture. There's a good mixture. That's what I mean. This is going to be unpredictable. A lot of Verstappens, a few Bottas's. I'm seeing more Bottas's than Verstappens, which I understand. I think, but yeah, it could go anywhere, couldn't it? That's the thing. It really could go absolutely anywhere. Now, obviously, Lewis Hamilton still hasn't signed his contract. Do I think I saw who was it I saw tweeted about it? Now, is this potentially like going to make Mercedes bidding place stronger because they can be like, you know, we don't technically need you. If Russell can put it on P1, or more importantly, convert it into a 1-2, Mercedes to Lewis could be like, look, we don't actually kind of need you because we've got 2 drivers who can perform at the top end in that car. Look, no doubt. Like I think Carlos Sainz put it very, very well. Carlos Sainz said, when talking about the Mercedes, he was like, 90% of drivers in F1 could win in that Mercedes, but 90% of those drivers would lose against Lewis in that Mercedes, if you get me. But again, it's the whole, is it the car or is it the driver? I think we make a mistake. Look, it's kind of like F1 is as much a team sport, really, as football, isn't it? Really, like, if you haven't got the car, and who makes the car? Numerous people, the team. You got the pit crew, you got the strategists. Like, the driver is the biggest cog, but again, that's like saying, what's the biggest cog in a football team? Is it the manager? Arguably a bigger cog than all the individual players, but then certain players make themselves bigger cogs within that team. But because we look at it from we have a driver's title, which is what we as the fans focus on, because that's the more dramatic one. We don't really focus on the constructor's title. That seems to be an afterthought, but that's actually what matters to the teams. But we kind of treat it like an individual sport when it's actually more of a team sport. And then that just then leads into all these stupid arguments that we all have online about, oh, is it the car? Is it? Well, again, it's like how much of the great football players' success in terms of trophies. So, for example, like Messi, you can't question Messi is one of the greatest of all time. Has he won anything with Argentina? No. Is he enough on his own to convert that? No. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know. There's a lot more constituent parts, you know what I mean, that kind of make it up. So we'll see. We'll see. 8-kin pole, imagine. 8-kin pole. Imagine the scenes. That would be sick, not gonna lie. But again, I think it's up for grabs, you know, today. It is truly up for grabs. Oh, I've just got to quickly do something. 2 seconds, everyone. 2 seconds. But yeah, we've got 5 minutes till the session starts. So 2 minutes till the session's not 2 minutes, 5 minutes till the session starts. Georgie boy is in the pit lane. There's lots of slow-mos of George now, looking pretty at home. I'm not gonna lie, looks pretty at home in his setup. Right, hang on. What am I doing? There we go. Cool. I wish all the races were this kind of time, to be fair. I truly do. I wish they were all this kind of time, because that would be a lot more fun, you know what I mean? Be more dramatic. But alas, oh, you're about to hear Minton in the background going mad, because Hannah's just arrived home. Actually, you're not going as mental as I thought you would. Yeah, he's not really crying. It's because he was asleep.
Hey, buddy.
Do you want to say hello to the chat, Han?
Huh?
Do you want to say hello to the chat?
Yeah, I'm a bit hot.
It's up to you. There we go. There's a hot Hannah.
Got you some crisps.
Oh, thank you. Oh, what a treat. M&S cheese and onion crisps are literally the best. Oh, sick.
Oh, I'm the best.
Hannah's got the Prosecco in.
I'll leave it here.
What an absolute don. You are the... Don't do that. Thank you, Hannah. What an absolute babe. What an absolute G, Hannah Louise Smart is. Right. Take that. Got a few minutes to go until we start. I'm just sending some bits over. Strike me a pose. You're gonna keep, you know. The oval that has 11 corners, everyone. Are we excited for the oval with 11 corners? I mean, you don't have to really, but thank you. Something weird on them. Well, they're like beige, aren't they? So they're probably like a stain of some kind, right? Right, there we go. Let me just double check what I'm doing. So I've just got some work bits I need to just quickly amend because I'm an idiot. Yeah, there we go. All good. All good, people. All good. Let me just... Boom. Sorry, chat. I do apologise for neglecting you there for a few minutes. How are we doing? 2,500 people here. Look at that. Boom. What's that? That's that capacity of like a non-league stadium. A lower league stadium. It's pretty good. What is L of the day and W of the day? Well, W, success, win. Not winner, but best performance, and then struggle. You know. Minton's. Does everyone want to see Minton in his bed?
So cute.
Shall I get Minton? Do you want to see Minton in his bed? Come on, who doesn't want to see Minton in his bed? Let's be real. have...
Oh my god, look at him.
Oh, God. There you go. Oh. There you go. The bagel. Look at him. Oh, what a... Look at that dog. What a quality dog I have. Oh, you're so wonderful, aren't you? What a little babe. What a little geezer he is. Right, people. Well, we should be starting any minute now. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everything in between. Oh. Exciting. This is going to be a race and a half. This is going to be... Well, it's not a race, it's qualifying. Shut up, Tommo. What are you talking about? Time trial, essentially. So there's only 12 points between Bottas and Verstappen. All right, here's another one question for you all. Who's going to finish, obviously, after this race and after Abu Dhabi, who's going to finish the season in P2? Verstappen or Bottas? Let me know. Who do you think is going to finish below? Also, earlier on, I was watching back my 2020 season prediction video, which was the first video. Oh, here we go. Sorry. I'll carry on in a minute. Verstappen, Bottas. I think Verstappen's just about winning here. I don't know that is. I'd say it's about a 65-35 for Max. So he's got 12 points to make up over 2 races from Valtteri. Okay, maybe it's like more like 70-30 now. So yeah, it's not completely washed him, but yeah, obviously Bottas has got the more capable car. We know this, but anything can happen. Why my hat? I'll tell you why, James. Why I'm wearing a hat. I tried to get my haircut yesterday, massive queue. Tried to get my haircut today, massive queue. So the hat remains. I can cut this, hence why I did. But the problem is I haven't got a strong enough. We were having this discussion earlier. I haven't got a strong enough jawline to pull off no facial hair. You know what I mean? You know, some people look good with no. Some blokes look good with no facial hair, but they tend to have strong jawlines. So it's like I don't have that, unfortunately. Got a bit too much flubber under there. Anyway, cars are out on track. Right, let's get the old... give me a minute. I want to get the countdown ready for you all. Because Q1 has officially begun. We have cars out on track. Fittipaldi looks like he's going to be the first to set a quick lap. Go on the Pietro. Is all I've got to say to that. I hope he does well. I'm looking forward to, obviously, iconic name in Formula 1. Absolutely iconic name. And here we go. Let's have a look. How close is this? Oh, that's pretty much spot on. Beautiful, Tommo. I do say so myself. That'll do nicely. Right. Fittipaldi on softs. Go on, Pietro. He's gone through the first section. He's kept it going in a straight line as we go. Purple first sector from Fittipaldi. Stop the count. Okay, Magnussen goes faster than him in the first sector. It's fine. I mean, the third sector is literally just one corner. The second sector, like, it looks so technical and so bumpy as well in the F2 cars. I'm very interested to see how they perform. So Magnussen's gone quicker than Pietro in both the first and second sectors. As there we got. So it's because it's always the back markers who go out first, isn't it? To get their laps in. So Magnussen has set a 55.464, which goes 4/10 quicker than Fittipaldi. Latifi now. I'd be super happy if Aitken beats Latifi here in qualifying, but that's a big ask again. And I'd be happy if Fittipaldi beat Magnussen as well, just because it'd be good to see the fill-ins actually doing a job, you know. So Latifi goes quicker than Fittipaldi. 10th and a half slower than Magnussen though. Aitken's coming around now. Gorn the Jack Where's that? Ooh, Aitken goes quicker than Latifi. There you go. By 20 thousandths of a second. The Matty and Tommy on the WTF1 stream will be going mad at the minute. Feel free to watch theirs as well, by the way. There's lots of people do watch long streams. I'm not the only one. You know, broaden your horizons. Ultimately. But yeah, Aitken goes faster than Latifi in that first lap. Decent. Very decent. But we've only got 4 cars who've set lap times so far, so there's plenty of time to go, ladies and gentlemen. Plenty of times to go. Why am I wearing a Dodgers hat? Because I like the hat. I have no affiliation to any baseball team. It's just purely aesthetic naivety from me. I'll be honest. Oh, sorry, have there been super chats? Thank you, Ewan, for joining Friends of Tommo. Appreciate that. Science is on a quick lap now, by the way. On hards. Interesting. Very interesting. He's gone out on hards. Carlos Sainz. And thank you, Folha. You're far too kind. Hi, mate, just joined. You lost like 5 years with that shave. I'll take that as a compliment now, because everyone tells me how old I am. Or reminds me how old I am. So Science has gone for hards here, because obviously, he's gone quicker than both Haas and both Williams on the hards, to be fair. So this could be a bit of a MLG no-scope strategy from Carlos Sainz here, because he has gone fastest on hard tyres. Raikkonen slower than Magnussen, and not even a tenth quicker than Aitken. Fair play. And yeah, Folho, Mazepin dirty as hell in F2. I gotta agree. Arthur, also, thank you for the 2 reels. Real, I guess? I don't even know anymore. Right, here we go, people. Still got plenty of time, though, in this session to go. Plenty. Oh, thank you, Michael Luke Official. 199. I want Russell to get pole. That would be scenes. Daniel Willman, what's your favourite hat? I mean, it's this or my Yankees, my all black Yankees one, really. I just like the shape of these ones. The curved brim, the head. I hate snapbacks. For me, they're just, that's what they're for skaters and emos. No offense to anyone who likes snapbacks. They're just not my cup of tea. Here we go. Anyway, Gasly is on there's an Alfa Romeo that needs to get out of his way to that last corner. Oh, Gasly goes very wide there. That lap time's going to get deleted. He was lucky there not to drop that because, okay, so he still goes quickest, but will it get deleted? He was much quicker, but he must have lost bare time into that last corner because he did what Albon did, but Albon dropped it, didn't he, and went into the wall in FP2, which I don't want to talk about. That was in the previous race, so we can just ignore that. I guess his time's still up there. So I guess because he loses time by going so wide. Okay, Leclerc Vettel, P1, P2. No difference between the two of them. That's good to see. I'm not expecting much from Ferrari here, but I'm very happy to be proven wrong. Kvyat goes quickest. Bottas goes P1, obviously. Only 2 tenths quicker than Kvyat, but again, it's only FP1, so not FP1. Q1. Russell slots in nicely behind Bottas. Fractionally faster than Kvyat, but it's enough. Yeah, I think Russell to beat Bottas in quali is a big ask. Yeah, I know. I've put that as my prediction, but I don't know. I think it's probably not going to happen, is it? Interesting. Gasly just couldn't get it. It must have dirty air if the cars ahead must have affected him there, because he seemed to take that corner well and just wash wide. As Sergio Perez puts it, P1. Sergio, all Sergio can keep doing is keep banging in these results and just highlight the travesty that he won't be racing in F1 next year. Because he is one of the best drivers in the sport. And one of the best drivers in the sport shouldn't be losing their seat, first and foremost. Whether you think he should go to Red Bull or not, Perez shouldn't have lost his seat at Racing Point. That's just facts. Come on. That is just facts. Big risk from Racing Point swapping him out for Vettel. Big risk. Anyway, I have no idea what tyres people are on, to be fair. I would love to tell you, but I can't. Right, Norris had a time deleted. So Lando's got to go out again. Naughty Lando. As I'm going to open this Prosecco that Hannah wonderfully delivered. Albon is starting a quick lap now. Come on, Alex. Are we going to follow him around? It looks like we are. Oh, for crying out loud. Please just don't bin it. Come on, Alex. He's gone quickest so far in the first sector. Quicker than Perez. God, tell you what. The two cars, though, didn't get out. He's just flying by. Traffic is such an issue, man. He's actually mad. Oh, that might be track limits there for Alex. That might be track limits. Hard to say for sure, but that was very tight. Very tight. If it's safe, it wasn't safe by much. Where's he going to put it? So Alex goes P3. Yeah, he was quicker in the first sector, but the traffic, man. Verstappen goes P1. Ricciardo goes up to P3. Norris still needs to reset another time. Sainz is down in P13, but on the hards. And again, both Williams, both Alphas, and both Haas are behind Sainz. So I think Sainz might be cool, just sticking to the hards. Russell's on mediums, as is Bottas, as is Kvyat. So, yeah, that makes sense. I do wonder why Verstappen didn't stick on a harder compound and save. I don't know. I'm sure there's a good reason. Oh, thank you, Sean, for joining Friends of Tommo. Appreciate it. Welcome. Welcome, my friend. Will anyone get to the 53-second mark? Oh, I don't know. Maybe. I haven't really... Why am I watching with the... I'm not watching with a delay out of choice. Astronomic. I am watching with a delay because Now TV is stupid. So, not much I can do, I'm afraid. I wish there was, but it's not good. It's not good, is it? Hopefully for next season, I want to sort that out. Definitely, because I want to make these streams more better, more better. Great English, Tommo. There we go. Great English. Right, Fittipaldi's on a lap. Come on, Pietro. Well, again, there's both Haas, both Alfa Romeo, both Williams. That's 6 cars, and only 5 go out. So out of those, who's going to get through? Chat, let me know. Who do you think? Currently, Raikkonen is the highest. No, sorry, Magnussen's the highest. Idiot. So you've got Latifi, bottom, then Aitken, then Fittipaldi, then Giovinazzi, then Raikkonen. Sainz in P15. Again, he's on hards. So we will see. Got a fancy glass that Hannah brought me as well. She loves these glasses. Okay, so Latifi improves to P14. And then Sainz goes up to P4. He decided to put on the softs. Fair play. Aitken improves to P15. Once again goes quicker than Latifi. There's 2 quick laps in a row where Aitken's gone quicker than Latifi. Bleh, can't speak. Decent, Jack. Not by much, but... I mean, they're pretty much level, but fair play. Fair play. I'm a bit far. Oh, no, if I want to slouch, I need to zoom in a bit, don't I? There we go. But that'll do. Lovely. I think Aitken's doing a decent job, you know. Aitken is doing a decent job. Currently, as things stand, and that is only because Gasly's down there, but then he's only set his time on mediums, so we'll see. Anyway, current order is Verstappen, Perez, Ricciardo, Sainz, Stroll, Bottas, Albon, Russell, Kvyat, Norris, Leclerc, Vettel, Ocon, Magnussen, Aitken, Latifi, Gasly, Raikkonen, Giovinazzi, Fittipaldi, Paldi, whatever you want to call it. So currently, as things stand, we lose Gasly. He's going to have to set a stonking little lap on those softs when he goes back out because he's only set a lap on mediums, Gasly. So that gamble hasn't really paid off so far. As things stand, Aitken's getting through Q1, which would be a vibe. Not going to lie. Max is part... Oh God, he's watching Max's quick lap and he's going past so much traffic. Mad. There was a McLaren that went off ahead of Science. Yeah. Was it Science? I think it might have been... I don't even know. Verstappen's moaning again on the radio, which, I mean, people criticise Lewis for moaning, but Verstappen loves a moan, doesn't he? He loves a moan, Max. And yes, Russell and Bottas both set their laps on mediums, hence why they're 6th and 8th so far. Right, Kimi's on a lap. Kimi's on a lap and he's improving. So again, for Aitken to have any chance of getting out, who looks like the best shot of the Fittipaldi, unfortunately doesn't look close. But Kimi's going to improve this lap. You'd think he's 3.5 tenths up already in the first 2 sectors, and there's just one more corner to go. Kimi Raikkonen, here we go. Where's he going to stick it? Kimi puts it P13. Only improves by 1.5 tenths, so he lost a bit in that last corner. But he goes quicker than Ocon, quicker than Magnussen. Right. Come on, Jack. You can do it, son. That'd be sick to see. Mate, Fittipaldi, he's been bottom, but if he can pull out a lap out of his arse, then happy days. But anyway, what are we looking at here? Looks like there's an AlphaTauri of Pierre Gasly, who's starting his lap. Gasly needs to improve here. He's on softs. He's currently sitting P18, so this needs to be an improvement from Pierre. He looks pretty clear ahead of him, so he shouldn't run into any traffic, which is good for Pierre. He just needs to hook this up, which I have complete faith in him because Pierre Gasly is an absolute don. Right, we're going to follow him around here. Only slightly quicker than Magnussen first sector, but it's all... The second sector is where it seems like a lot of the time is won or lost. Or more lost, to be fair. Right, how you doing, Pierre? How you doing, fella? Come on, son. Half a second up. Yeah, as long as he can finish, he can clutch this last corner, which looks clean. Pierre Gasly should be comfortably moving through here. Goes P2. Go on the Pierre. Right, Ocon's at risk here. Ocon needs to improve because Magnussen's put it P9. Go on, Kev. I told you he's got the minerals. All right, Bottas goes P1. Here we go. They'll be coming in thick and fast now. Russell goes P3. Okay, so Bottas, Verstappen, Russell so far. Leclerc goes P6. Not bad. He can be happy with that. Kvyat goes P7. Vettel goes P7. Decent. Well played, Seb, to be fair. Impressed with that. Giovinazzi, P11. Okay. Ocon, P8. Right. Norris needs to improve here. Otherwise, he's out. And he's coming around now. As does Albon. As does Stroll. Norris goes P4. Ooh, wide Williams. Latifi can't. P17. He's not going to be able to set another lap, is he? Aitken as well. Doesn't look like the Williams boys have done it. There is still 54 seconds to go, so I don't think they're going to have time. Fittipaldi comes around now. Unfortunately, can't improve. I mean, Albon's on the cusp here, but will he need to set a lap? I don't think he will, because we've got 34 seconds to go. No, they're not even putting him out. Risky plays from Red Bull there. Risky plays for Red Bull, but Albon will progress. They were like, nah, it's fine, Alex. And then he just slowly moving down and down as everyone else improves. And they're like, oh, God, what have we done? Good thing I wasn't paying too much attention to that because I'd have been a lot more stressed than I actually was. But Yeah, it's fine. So Magnussen, Latifi, Aitken, Raikkonen, and Fittipaldi out. Giovinazzi P13. GG, Antonio. Respect to the man. Decent. Why didn't they let Alex do another one? Because they were like, that'll be fine. No need to improve. Unfortunately, well, no, fortunately it was fine. Just. Risky from Red Bull there, but that should save him a set of tyres, right? Because he didn't have to. That would have been muggy if that had knocked Albon out in Q1. Oh my god! I think I would have cussed out Christian Horner on stream. But there you go. Anyway, countdown is indeed done. So no big casualties actually. Giovinazzi impressive, if anything, you know. I guess Raikkonen's a kind of surprise. P19, Kimi. Aitken and Latifi both go quicker than Raikkonen. Aitken within 1/10 of Latifi. So they were pretty even because Aitken's first 2 laps were quicker than Latifi's first 2. But then Latifi improved. But Aitken starting P18, not bad. Wow, muggy. They didn't even give Fittipaldi a little graphic. Come on, that couldn't have been that hard to knock up, surely. Photoshop job. On the little thing on the side, there's just nothing for Fittipaldi. Yeah, Aitken looked like he went very wide at the end there, and that would have lost him time. Would it have lost him enough to get him through? Probably not. Would it have lost him enough to be behind Latifi? Possibly. Possibly. But yeah, no picture for Pietro, which is a bit of a shame. But there you go. So yeah, no big surprises, apart from maybe Raikkonen. But yeah, Aitken was close. I don't know if he lost enough to for that, but we'll see. Drop Tommo hats. Tommo F1 hats. Imagine that. Pink hat. That would be sick. Imagine. Lance Stroll as well was on the cusp. He was only P14. Lance has had a bit of a struggle recently, hasn't he? Lance has had a bit of a struggle. Ayrton Senna. Why is Seb loser of the day? That's just my predictions. I thought he was going to have a shocker. To be fair, he's got through Q1, so I think I can already cross that off. So that's actually exactly what I'm going to do now. Update. Interesting. It's shown season performance for Verstappen versus Albon. Qualifying 8.6 to 5.8. Race pace 8.9 to 6.5. Overtakes 7.2 to 7.5. So Albon beats Verstappen in overtakes, apparently. Which, I mean, Albon's, I think, decent at overtakes, to be fair. I don't massively disagree with that graphic, to be fair. But we know what AWS are doing. They're just, all this data that they think the casual fan's interested in. I mean, maybe we're just in an echo chamber. I can't speak today. Because ultimately, I know that most people who watch my stuff are younger, like younger than 25. So, well, no, to be fair, not most, but a significant proportion. But it's like, how much of the older fan that isn't on Twitter would appreciate that? Maybe not. Anyway, right, I need to update this. Hello, Hannah. Why is Hinton up there?
What do you mean?
Why is he on the desk?
I'm just carrying him with me.
Brilliant. All right, cool. Let's make some amendments. Also, why are you eating the crisps that you just said are for me? Can you hear that? Classic, right. So, to be fair, I can... Give me a second, everyone. Actually, no, that's going to be a nightmare. I'm not going to do that. Don't worry. Just you can cross L of the day for. So actually, you know what? I'm gonna come off the graphic. Just go onto the main screen. There we go. That's better. Anyway, we're waiting on Q2 to start. Daniel Kvyat currently watching him in his car for some reason. What did he do? Could you? It's really loud.
Oh, sorry.
Just go and eat him next door.
Okay.
And I was just standing there, just going, rum, eating crisps. It's,
Want me to put a present in your stocking?
up to you. You can if you want. Yeah.
What do you prefer?
I literally don't care. thought you liked wrapping presents. Oh, wrap them then. It's not up to me to decide whether you wrap my presents or not. Anyway, why are we watching replay of Alex? I don't want to watch it. I would love it if you just go through a practice. Did you hear that? Who dropped something? I'm not going to bring Hannah on camera because she's in pyjamas. Here we go. Alex going very wide. Oh, don't show me Alex going. I don't want to see that. Why is it showing me Alex going wide? I'm not interested. Arthur, why are you saying Mazepin got a penalty? Really? What are you doing? Why are you going over there? God, you're so annoying. Hannah's literally like Mission Impossibling it on the ground so that she doesn't get in the camera. But there you go. I can't see anything suggesting that Mazepin's got a penalty, but I'm going on the F2 Twitter to check. I mean, he definitely should have got a penalty. No, they're not saying anything on. I'm not going to until it's official. Then easy, you know.
Did you take one of these?
No, it must have just fallen down the back. Oh my god, such a knob. Hannah sneak 100. Definitely not 100, Harvey. Definitely not.
What's 100?
It sounds like Gasly damaged. Oh yeah, look, Gasly damaged the bottom of his car on all them bumps as well. They're fixing it now. Eesh. Why is it stressful?
Huh?
Just do it later. It's stressful. she's climbing back under again. What are you doing? Go on, just poke your head up so they can just about see it. A bit more this way. Towards me. There, you just saw the forehead in the corner there. There we go. Wonderful. Great content. Thank you, Razzle, for the, I believe they're 40 rupees. Thank you. Thank you. Come to Chicago. I've been to Chicago, Samir, actually. It's the only place in America that I've ever been to. Yes, you did. You're just going to stay down there? Or you're gonna she just sat on the floor. Oh. See, like, I feel like I should get props for, like, still being so professional with such distractions going on around me. Edit Hannah Sneak 0. Yeah, I think it's more like 0, if not minus, I'll be honest. Anyway, right. Practice 2 has begun, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So, let me... What are you doing? I'm just dropping honestly, Hannah is the loudest person you will ever meet in your life. Oh, Fernando looks like he's like in the garage, like working with a bloody team. It's going to be changing wheels. Oh, Fernando. Anyway, right. Right, time. So, I reckon if I do 41:00, so I'm just setting up the timer again because that is now a pivotal part. Pivotal. There we go. Yeah, perfect. Oh, look at that timing graphic in the corner, ladies and gentlemen. Wonderful. Right. Okay, everyone is now going out on track. Carlos Sainz is leading the way, it appears. There we go. Vamos. Also, you know, what are you doing? She's just sitting there like she's creasing to herself. What are you... I would love to watch that. But can someone clip that? When Hannah, please clip that. I mean, there's like 1,700 people watching, so surely someone is going to clip that. What was I going to say? I can't even remember what I was going to say. Minton's literally eating crisps off the floor. Can you hear that? Minton's eating crisps that you dropped on the floor.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Yeah, what do you expect?
I didn't drop them on the floor.
You did. I heard you. Sylvan, thank you for the $5 my friend. Appreciate it. What happens to lap time graphics? Unfortunately, because of FOM being, I'm going to reserve the language, and they've been slamming F1 YouTubers, and Cranky Yankee has had to change pretty much everything he's doing, which is obviously a pain for him. And part of that is because obviously he provided all of the live data that I would use, and so unfortunately I can't have that anymore because apparently FOM own the rights to the data, which I don't even know if that's a thing, but apparently it is. Apparently it is, according to them anyway, and they've got lawyers, so I'm not going to question it. Anyway, Hannah is part of the Ferrari master plan. Did Russell go on the mediums or softs in Q1? He went on mediums in Q1, as did Valtteri Bottas. So yeah, Science is going to be the first person to set a quick lap. He does a 54.514 on softs, which isn't that quick. But obviously traffic did look an issue. Traffic will gradually become more and more of an issue as we go on, which is exciting. Although, no, there are less cars on track, but then the toe dirty air, it's difficult, isn't it? The benefits of toe a track like Monza, I think, are a bit more obvious than here, just because that second sector is so destroyed by dirty air. The benefits you get of the toe on the straights are maybe not a vibe. Gasly 54.1 goes over 3 tenths quicker than Leclerc in P2. So currently it's Gasly, Leclerc, Vettel, Sainz, Giovinazzi. Only 5 drivers have set times so far. Right, Georgie boy on mediums. So both Mercedes have gone mediums, and Bottas goes P1, and then Russell goes P2. Oh, fractionally behind, 16 thousandths behind Valtteri. So it's going to be tight between them two. I've got no doubt in my mind. Verstappen goes P3 with a 54 pretty much dead. Kvyat goes quicker than Gasly. Fair play, Daniel. Fair play. Still waiting on both Renaults, both Racing Points, and my favourite, Alex Albon, to set times. Right, it looks like Renault of, who's this? Ocon is on his outlap and starting a quick speedy boy now, by the looks of it. It looks like... Yeah, okay. Ocon's on a quick lap on mediums. Wow, okay, so Ocon's gone medium. Ricciardo's also gone medium. So there... Is that a sign of confidence? Maybe. Maybe, baby. Right. Maybe, baby. If anyone's watched the American Dad episode, they'll know what I'm referencing there. If you haven't, then that won't make any sense. Esteban. Where's he putting it? He's coming through the end of that. Oh, is he going to go a bit wide? No, he's all right. Go on, Esteban. Go on, Esteban. I want to see Esteban do well, you know. People... 27 seconds ahead of Gasly, apparently, Esteban Ocon. Oh, because Gasly's time was terrible. Okay, yeah, I didn't see that. I was like, what? It was like the gap between Ocon and Gasly was 27. I was like, excuse me? But no, it's because Gasly had a terrible lap. Ricciardo now coming around the last corner. Daniel Ricciardo. And to be fair, Ocon P5 on mediums and then Ricciardo P5. Renault. Looking decent. But still got the racing points to ping times in. Oh, there's that little smile behind that mask from Cyril Abiteboul. Perez, purple first sector. Green second sector. Should be a pretty tasty lap from Sergio, this, which does not surprise me in any way, shape or form. And he crosses the line and puts it P1, baby. Fractionally quicker than Bottas. 53.787. Stroll, very close behind as well. Only half a tenth behind. Alex now on a push lap. Jesus, Alex, you got a swap on there, but he's all right. He's still looking quick. He's getting a little bit of toe from the McLaren ahead of him. Come on, Alex. He's gone green first 2 sectors, which doesn't mean anything to me. Where's he going to put it? Come on, Alex. P6. Ooh, not great. Not terrible, but not great. Only two 2 hundredths behind Verstappen. But the Red Bulls aren't as high as you'd expect them to be, arguably, in this position. But there you go. Lando and Sainz are right down the order. So currently, in the elimination zone is both Leclerc and Vettel, Sainz, Norris, Giovinazzi. That is the bottom 5 currently. Sainz has gone purple first sector in the McLaren. It's decent. He did get a bit of a swap on in that second sector though. But he's gone almost half a second quicker than Gasly in P10. So Sainz should be right up at the nose of this. That's a good final corner by the looks of it. Where's he going to put it? Carlos. Vamos puts it P3. Splits the Mercedes. Very, very tight. P1 to P5 is 0.053 of a second between Perez and Stroll. No Red Bulls in the top 5 currently, which is pretty interesting. Renault's, I think the Renault's are going to have to put softs on. Vettel's gone out on mediums. Again, I'm sure there's reasoning behind this that I just don't understand, to be honest. But anyway, Vettel's on a quick lap. Come on, Sebi. The track's definitely rubbering in. So lap times are improving. Both Ferraris, both on mediums. Where's he going to put them? Where's he going to put them? Come on. Vettel's time is improving, but not by much. This final corner's got to be absolutely slapped. Oh no, it's gone straight into the pits. Didn't fancy it, Seb. P13. Leclerc improves to P6. Decent, Charles. 5 minutes to go in Q2, everyone. 5 minutes to go in Q2. Red Bull probably saving it for Q3. Maybe. Risky, but maybe. Why? Right. Someone else has said Mazepin's got a penalty. Come on. Mazepin dropped to P9 through 2 penalties. Drogovic is on the podium. I can, because Josh Revels tweeted it, so I trust Josh with everything. Mazepin has been given 2 penalties. Hang on, let me find the official statement. As much as I trust your tweet, Josh, I want to find how it's been worded officially. Right, Philip Horton's, but Nikita Mazepin handed a 5-second time penalty and 2 penalty points, 11 for the season, for impeding Felipe Drogovic along pit straight, drops to P7. So they've done him for the pit straight manoeuvre, which is the wall. Mazepin cleared over the defensive move between turns 3 and 4. Stewart said it was very aggressive, but not in the breach of regs. Okay. Mazepin also handed a 5-second time penalty for forcing Tsunoda off track when they were battling for the lead. It means he drops to P9. Also, Stewart's cleared Tsunoda, keeps P1. Had he not been forced off, yeah, fair enough. There you go. I mean, surprised how long that decision took to come through. But Mazepin gets 2 penalties. 2 points. 2 points. 11 points on his license. How does that work with? Because isn't it 12 and you have to miss a race? But then does that cover over? Does that go over to next year? Because imagine like in his first hash race he gets a penalty point and he has to sit the next one out. Unless he should, I don't know. Is it that should Mazepin get a penalty point next race on purpose so that he doesn't have to? But then he'd miss his first race in F1, wouldn't he? I don't know. But yeah, it is another position for Mick, that'll mean. So Mick moves up to P6 and extra L for Mazepin as well, P9, so he doesn't get reverse grid pole. Oh, that's got to hurt. Oh, that's got to hurt for Mazepin. Because if he'd have dropped to P8, it'd have been like annoying, but not the end of the world. But the fact he dropped to P9, oh, L's in chat. F's in chat, should I say. But big L for Nikita Mazepin. Anyway, 2 minutes to go on the session. Everyone is now back out on track. I was just waffling about F2 because nothing was going on. It looks like Lando will be the first to try and set a quick lap. He's down in P14 at the moment. So I'll go through the order. So 1:45 to go on the session. We've got Perez, Bottas, Sainz, Russell, Stroll, Leclerc, Verstappen, Albon, Kvyat, Ricciardo, Ocon, Gasly, Vettel, Norris, and Antonio Giovinazzi. Sean Miguel, thank you for the 2 USD, my friend. Please drop merch. Tommo F1 baseball cap. We'll see. We'll see, Sean. Maybe one day. Uncle Tommo's got plans. Don't you worry. Right, Norris is on his quick lap. Come on, Lando. Come on, Lando. Oh, it's slow. It's very slow. Okay, he's going to need to... Oh, what happened there? Did he mess up the first corner? All right, it looks like Lando's out of Q2. Not good. I don't know what happened there, but I just looked and he was like 1.5 seconds behind. So currently, it looks like Norris is out. Norris he's got an issue or something? I don't know. I really don't know. But at risk currently, it's Ocon, Gasly, Vettel, Norris, Giovinazzi going out. Stroll, okay, here we go. Thick and fast. Stroll doesn't improve, stays P5. Giovinazzi is out, P13. Gasly improves to P6. Go on, Pierre. Good lad. Ricciardo improves to P6. Knocks Gasly down to P7. Ocon, P8. Kvyat, P6. Both Red Bulls are currently in the drop zone as Verstappen then goes fastest. Oh my God, Alex. Come on. P12, what's going on? Norris did manage to get round to start another quick lap. Oh my God, what's going on? What's going on? Vettel, P13. Come on, Alex. Oh my God. Oh, Alex is out. What happened? What happened? He must have got caught in... Surely he got caught in traffic. What happened? Norris is out. Norris is out. Albon's out. Giovinazzi, Vettel, Ocon. So much for my P5 prediction. Oh my days. What actually happened? What happened? I haven't seen it yet. I can't... Surely he got caught in traffic. Oh, Christian's shaking his head. That's not good. Oh dear. Oh dear. F's in chat for me and Alex. Oh, for fuck's sake. What happened? I'm not listening, so I don't know what happened. But what happened? Well, because Norris is out P15. I don't know what happened to Lando either. Well, we said that this session would be different, and so far, I mean, Ocon, Albon, and Norris all out in Q2 is pretty different. Oh God, here we go. Here comes the wave of Alex Albon out. He's terrible. Yeah. Heard it all before. Well, the gaps, I mean, the gap between P1 and P12, Alex, 0.379 of a second. So it is pretty tight. But again, to be fair, the drama of a short circuit certainly delivered this time. Oh, for fuck's sake. Pain with a capital P. Ah, Alex. I mean, again, when I'm doing these, I don't listen in, so I don't know what they're saying on the TV feed. As in, is there a reason it happened? Was he just slow? I don't know. I don't know. Well, they're going to have to try a different strategy tomorrow because that is not what you want to see. Well, it's not what I want to see. Anyway, let's just forget about that for now. I think Q3 is going to be well interesting. No, actually, no, you know what? I'm going to take the positive. Because my favourite driver's already out, I can just be fully invested in the drama, right? Which this third session is going to be drama. I'm sure it is. At least Lando can start on mediums. It's true. It's true. What is pain? Albon Sakhir GP qualifying. Tommo watching Albon Sakhir GP qualifying. That's pain. Okay, that's pain. Yeah, exactly. Come on. I can just enjoy it for what it is. I bet Sergio just hears that and just like, yeah, that's right. That's right, Red Bull. I'm up here doing bits. Alex is out in Q2. What you saying, Christian? But yeah, and to anyone who didn't hear as well, Mazepin did get a penalty. He got 2 penalties, which puts him to P9, which is not only a lot lower than P3, but also 1 position behind reverse grid pole for tomorrow, which is double pain for him. The camera feed's just focusing on Alex there, which I'm not interested in seeing, to be honest. You don't have to zoom in on Alex. It's not necessary. It's really not. I think Perez has got a great chance of being right up at the sharp end. I think Perez has got a great job at being right at the sharp end. We'll see. We will see. Both AlphaTauris get through. Q3 should be starting very soon, hopefully. Everyone's just waiting around, as am I. Trying to just waffle to fill the gaps in. Who's going to get P1? I feel like if I had to say now, it's going to be Verstappen, Bottas, Russell. I don't know. I'm not sure. Horner gonna shot Alex behind the garage. I think you mean shoot. Oh god. I don't know. I can't hear what's going on, but I would be interested to hear like how that manifested, because obviously there was a lot of cars out there trying to set lap times. Norris couldn't improve. Did he get caught in traffic? I don't know. I have no idea. So I'm going to have a lot to analyse afterwards, after I finish the stream. But anyway, whatever. It's done. Q3. Verstappen, Russell, Bottas, Perez, very much up there as well. In contention, I reckon. Ricciardo got through. Ocon didn't get through. So Ocon was my shout for P5. Alex was my shout for P4. My predictions have been absolutely terrible. Should I get... No, I'm not going to get them back up. I'll get them back up on the screen at the end so we can all wallow in my failure. It's fine. I can live with it. Yeah, Leclerc's done a really good job, as he often does. Delivered. Got through to Q3 in that Ferrari. It can't be that bad if he's getting it through to Q3. I'm sorry. It can't be that bad of a car, can it? Why didn't Norris make it? Again, I'm not sure why Lando didn't make it. I'm assuming traffic played a part, but also deleted lap times. But I don't know. So I'm not sure. Anyway, it looks like Q3. Who's this going out first? Yeah, it looks like it's just about starting now. It looks like it's just about to start. This should be fun. This should be fun, people. Right, green lights. Okay. So, how long is this going to be? So this is 18:01. Let's try that. Oh my god. Start. Let's see if my countdown's correct here. Countdown conundrum. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Oh, Tommo, you've absolutely smashed it this week. If I do say so myself. There we go. Lovely. Lovely. Right. Q3, people. Q3. Again, timing is up here if you want to synchronize your feed. I know mine is delayed. So, I mean, if you've got a better feed than me, then I'd appreciate it if maybe you didn't put spoilers in the chat. But I'm not going to look at the chat when it's really dramatic anyway, because A, I don't want to see spoilers. First and foremost. So, Verstappen, Bottas, Russell, Leclerc, Ricciardo, Gasly, Perez, Sainz, Stroll, Kvyat is Q3. No Albon, no Vettel, no Ocon. Both AlphaTauris make it. No Lando. So we've already lost a few big names. Hannah's back, eating more crisps, which were meant to be my crisps, but there's like hardly any left. What are you doing? She's Mission Impossibling again. Right. Bottas, quick lap. Here we go. So these will be banker laps, I'm sure, because the track does seem to have gotten quicker. Thanks for that. What was that? What was that really loud noise? Go on, Valtteri. Purple middle. 10 minutes to go in the session, people. Bottas coming round now. Yeah, I think Bottas is gonna have George. I feel like it's gonna be Verstappen, Bottas, Russell, but we'll see. So Bottas goes P1 on his first lap, obviously. Russell just in behind, 0.2 behind. Gasly P3. Verstappen goes quickest, 1.69 seconds quicker than Bottas. Leclerc goes quicker than both Mercedes, P2. Fractionally slower than Verstappen. That's a lap. That's a lap by Charlie, boy. Jeez. All right. Gasly's on medium, so obviously he's not that fussed about being... He's complaining about the tyre as well. Sainz 0.4 off Verstappen coming into the last corner. Where would that put him? Where would that put him? Sainz goes P6. Not great. Not great from the McLaren boys there so far. 8 and a bit on the left, or left on the session. We're still waiting for Perez, Stroll, Kvyat to set times. Looks like they're on their laps now. Yeah, I think they are. Leclerc's on team radio. I don't know what he's saying, but I like to think it's something quite positive because he's gone P2. So it's Verstappen, Leclerc, Bottas, Russell, Ricciardo, Sainz, Gasly, Perez, Stroll, Kvyat. That's how it's sitting so far. What a lap from Charles. What a lap from Charles. Like, criticise that Ferrari car all you like, but Charles has proven, and is very much proving here, that the ceiling for that car is pretty high. So Perez, first sector, 1.3 slower than Verstappen. So it doesn't look like this is going to be a pole time from Sergio. But as long as he has a good second sector, he should still be up in the fight. 2.5 seconds down. So that would still put him like P4, to be fair. Sergio Perez, where's he going to put it? Where's he going to put it? P4. Sergio Perez, decent. And still wait. So it looks like Kvyat's just started a lap. Stroll P8. Oh, Lance. I'd have hoped you to be higher there, mate. Not going to lie. This race is going to be delightful. Cat, I think this race is going to be decent. I'm inclined to agree with you there. But yeah, 6:41 left on the session. So it's currently Verstappen, P1, Charles Leclerc, P2, which is a madness. Oh, we're seeing a replay of Carlos Sainz here. What happened there? What's going on with Carlos? Bare sparks coming out of whatever car was in front of him. He's talking on the radio, but I don't know what he's saying. So Verstappen, Leclerc, Bottas, Perez, Russell. Russell currently P5. Ricciardo, Sainz, Stroll, Gasly, Daniel Kvyat. Right, Bottas is back out on a speedy lap. So it looks like Mercedes aren't thinking about tow, which makes sense. Right, Bottas goes purple first sector, quicker than Verstappen. Valtteri Bottas. Coming through sector 2. Where is he putting it? 2 tenths quicker than Verstappen. As long as he doesn't balls up this final corner, it's looking P1 for Bottas as things stand. But still over 5 minutes left on the session. But purple, first, second, not third sector, but still 0.214 quicker. Russell goes P2, goes quicker than Verstappen as well, but slower than Bottas, 1.42 behind Valtteri, which is pretty solid. Not going to lie. Pretty solid. Valtteri Bottas. Max is still sat in the pits. He's not rushing. He's taking his time, you know. Just chilling. Just relaxing. Where was the time? So Russell was quicker than Bottas in that final sector, but Valtteri was quicker in the first 2. 5 margins. Yoni, Tommo. Right. Yon. Merck's going to do a run again. Maybe. I don't know. They're coming into the pits now, the Mercedes, so I guess they'll wait and see if they feel like... So it's a 53.3. I can't see it. No one's going to break into the 52s. That's just not going to happen, is it? But interesting. So Charles P4 has got to be the standout kind of result here so far, because it's Bottas, Russell, Verstappen, Leclerc, Perez, Ricciardo, Sainz, Stroll, Gasly, Kvyat. Ricciardo as well deserves a shout out. Decent. AlphaTauri don't seem to... Gasly is leaped seconds behind Bottas. 1.337. And Kvyat hasn't set a time. So I guess I wouldn't be surprised if AlphaTauri just consolidating for the race, you know. Because they I think they know they don't have the out-and-out quality pace. So I wouldn't put it past them, but we'll see. Three minutes to go. No one's on track by the looks of it. But you would... It's such a short lap, isn't it? So I can't believe I'm rooting for Mercedes right now. Yeah, a lot of people like it. Everyone's rooting for George. Yes. He's got a chance. He's currently sitting pretty in P2, which, listen, quicker than Verstappen, first run out. I know it's the Mercedes, but still. Charles doesn't look like he's getting back in the car. He's just having a wonder. What? Charles is standing next to George's garage. What's he? Is he gonna wave George on as he goes by? What's Charles? Charles is just no. He's just waiting for the Mercedes to get out. There we go. So Charles is done. Charles is... They're happy with that, which I don't blame them for, really. Like, that's a quality lap he's obviously put in there. Max is doing his classic half pulling alongside a Renault in the pit lane because he's impatient. 2 minutes to go. Here we go. Well, Max is going to be keen to get around and set a lap. He's right up the Renault's chuff. Come on, it's a 50-something second lap, people. Right, Max ain't waiting around. He's moving through the traffic. He doesn't want to get caught behind, which is fair play. Max is going to... Like, come on, you know Max hasn't got any poles this year, and Stroll has. So Max is like, come on. He wants this pole position. You know what Max is like. He's going to be absolutely... He's going to drive the nads off this car. He's either going to get a pole or he's going to bin it. I think it's going to go one or two ways. So currently, Bottas, Russell, Verstappen, Leclerc, Perez, Ricciardo, Sainz, Stroll, Gasly, Kvyat is how it stands in Q3. We've got just over a minute to go. So Valtteri is starting his quick lap now. He's going down the start-finish straight. And George is now about to start his. Oh, here we go. Right, come on then. Bottas. First corner. Red hot brakes. Goes through. Are we going to follow Valtteri the whole lap? Maybe. Maybe not. Currently P1 Bottas has pretty much equalled his first lap in that first sector. 23 thousandths slower. Which is, I mean, come on, it's not much, is it? Come on. Come on, George. Bottas is going slower. He's a 10th down on his quickest time. Russell was slower, though, in the first sector. Improved in the second, but a 10th off. Russell needs to absolutely slap this final corner. Verstappen slower than Bottas as well. Bottas went purple final sector. Russell, P2. Bottas, P1. Verstappen, P3. There we go. It hasn't changed. Ricciardo stays P6. So Bottas, Russell, Verstappen is how it's looking, top three. Perez, P5, doesn't improve. There we go. That's it. Gasly goes quicker than Stroll, though. But then Stroll... Was that Perez? No, Stroll's about to cross... No, there we go. And Kvyat, can Kvyat do anything? Doesn't look like... Oh, Kvyat P6. Wow. Daniel Kvyat. Kvyat, whatever you say. Sainz P8. There we go. Bottas, pole. Russell P2. Verstappen P3. Charles Leclerc P4. Sergio Perez P5. Daniel Kvyat P6. Great lap from Daniel. Absolutely slapped it. Ricciardo P7. Sainz P8. Gasly P9. And Lance Stroll P10. There you go. There you go. If he says to who it may concern, I'm not going to be happy. But yeah, Bottas P1, fair play. Russell, though. Russell was very much there. Russell was very much thereabouts. What was the gap? What was the gap in the end? Oh my God. 0.026 of a second between Russell and Bottas. That's impressive. That's impressive. That's very impressive. But yeah, I think, well, Charles P4, mad. In that car, mad. And Kvyat P6, mad. Wasn't as weird a session as I expected it to be. To be fair, there wasn't as much trouble with traffic as I anticipated. But still, I think W of the day has to go to... You've obviously got George, so close to a pole position, which would have undoubtedly been W of the day. Kvyat, P6. Leclerc, P4 as well. They're two pretty mad results. Who am I going to give it? I'm going to give it to Daniel Kvyat, I think. Daniel Kvyat is my winner of the day. I think P6, he pretty much knows he's going to lose his seat because AlphaTauri have all but confirmed. Obviously, they've confirmed Gasly, and they've pretty much said as soon as Tsunoda gets the points, he's got the seat. Kvyat knows he's on the way out, and I think putting in a result like that is a big, like, up yours, to be fair. Hello. Obviously, Charles and George probably deserve. And then, oh, yeah, of course, look, come on. Obviously, Alex is L of the day. I'll be the first to admit that. I still don't know how that exactly happened. Was he just... I like to think he got caught in traffic and that resulted in that, because obviously we lost Lando as well, which you wouldn't expect to lose in P15 in Q2. But, yeah, not a good day for Alex, but the points are won on a Sunday, so hopefully... hopefully he can do some mad strategy. Cool, that would be sick. But there we go. George Quali 36-1. Yep, there we go. His perfect record. He's got by 26 thousandths of a second though. 26 thousandths of a second between George and Valtteri. Credit that. That's very impressive. I don't think you can take anything away from Valtteri, but that's very impressive from George. Very impressive. So close. To anyone who says like, I'm sorry, I don't think many drivers could jump in that car and do that. I think that's very impressive from George. There we go. We're done. I'm going to call it a day. Thank you all for watching. Not sure what I'm going to do for the race tomorrow. I'm definitely not doing a watch along of the full race. Not again. Bad omen. But also it's just long, isn't it? So I think I'm just going to go back to my normal Monday race recap. So thank you all for watching. I appreciate you all taking the time as always. Thank you all for the support. I do appreciate it. And yeah, I'm done. That was interesting. Not the funnest for an Alex Albon fan, but there you go. This season generally hasn't been, I'll be honest. Thanks everyone. Have a nice evening. Be nice, be kind. And I will see you all on Monday. Cheerio.